Good morning, my beautiful sisters and brothers. I am so excited to be here. My name is Whitney, the owner of Intentions with Whitney. Woo boy, it's been a minute since I made a video, but guys, it's gonna be consistent and I'm ready to do this. If you caught my last video, you caught me being raw and authentic. And the reason I wanna bring this up is because when I shared my truth, something that I've been holding inside for 9 months, the level of freedom and the emotional weight that was lifted off of me, game changer. It literally was something that my heart told me I wanted to do, but I wasn't ready. And when I finally followed my heart, oh, the amount of freedom, healing, abundance, energetic shift that took place in my life was so profound. And that's something I wanted to bring to your attention, because what is it that you need to release? What is it that you've been holding on to? What is that secret that is just eating you up inside, that you can't say anything, or you don't know how to say it because you don't know who to trust? You don't know who you can talk to. You don't know who will really be able to relate. Whatever that thing that is holding you back, that's weighing you down from you being your most authentic self, this is the time for you to address it. And baby, between Mercury retrograde, this total lunar eclipse that we have on the 16th, aka the full moon, everything is boiling up to the surface now. So even if you haven't felt it yet, you are about to have life-changing shifts. There's no way to get around it. And this doesn't have to be a bad thing. So that's why I want to start with challenging your perspective this morning and encouraging you to not hide your true self. Be your most authentic, vulnerable self, and believe that the right people are going to hear you, and you're going to be in the right place, and you are going to be safe and protected in all of your truth. And not only that, your truth will literally set you free, allowing you to have everything that you know your heart has been calling you to have. How exciting is that, right? So, whoo, baby, I already feel the energy. Now, this video is going to be a little different because I'm feeling my confident self. I'm feeling my encouraged, true-born self, aka my Leo self. We're going to do something different. So, if you guys had a one-on-one reading with me, if you've booked an experience, you know I'm not a regular tarot reader. I really don't like to be called a tarot reader, to be honest. My gift is being able to see, feel, and know you on such a personal level. I know things about you that most people won't know. I'm a true gifted psychic and intuitive channeler. Not only that, I'm able to communicate with those who have transitioned to the other side, aka mediumship. And so this video, as a welcome back to life for me and as a way to help you, I want to channel a message directly from the divine. And now the way I channel is with tobacco, and I smoke it. And so we can't smoke on YouTube. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to black out the screen. You're not going to be able to see me, but I'm going to be channeling the message. And then I'll come back and we'll talk a little bit more, okay? But let's start with what Spirit has to say, what you need to hear right now, okay? But before we do, let's just set the tone, okay? I welcome you at this divine moment to release all expectations of what you think you should hear, right? And just open yourself to whatever it is that the divine has to say, believing that what you hear today with me this morning is exactly what you need to hear at the time that you see this video, that the information that's coming through is directly from the highest vibrational source, but it's on time and it's accurate and it's for your highest and greatest good, okay? So say it with me. I am open to hearing the beautiful message that Spirit has for me today. I believe that this message will give me exactly what I need. I am ready and I am willing. Ashe. Now let's get into it, y'all. I'm about to black out the screen. We're going to chill on Spirit, and I'll be right back. Okay, my sisters and brothers, I told you guys I was going to black out the screen, but actually on this screen is a beautiful picture of an amazing feather that actually was right at my feet when I stepped out of the car when I went outside to pray and to communicate with Spirit. I felt like this was divine. So now let's get ready, okay? Now, if you guys don't know what I'm doing, I light tobacco, and I either just inhale it through my nostrils or I actually smoke it. And this is a way, because I have Native American, I'm fully Native American. This is our practice, but this is a way that I was taught how to see the images that spirit has for us. Now I have a crystal and I have the tobacco. Let's get ready. Now, Divine Spirit, Mother, Father, what is the beautiful message that you have for the collective, for those that are going to click on this video at any time in their journey? What do they need to hear and feel and receive right now for their highest and greatest good? Oh, okay. So the first message that's coming through is like, a lot of you guys feel like you guys are in a cage. It's like that mouse that just keeps going on the wheel, and it's a circle, it's a circle, it's a circle. You're just running and running and running, and you're trying to get to a destination, but it feels like you're not going anywhere. It feels like you're stuck. And Spirit is saying, is it really that you're stuck? Or is it that you're looking at it differently, or that you're looking at it through the incorrect lens? Spirit is saying you're so focused on this one outcome, this one thing, this goal that you think is going to save you or fix you or repair the relationship, or you're looking for this thing that is conditional. And so you will forever feel like you're on this rat wheel. But Spirit is saying, look beyond that. Look beyond what your current expectations are, and know that they have something so much bigger and better for you. And so while you're trying to run in this direction, Spirit is saying, no. We want you to hear us. We want you to connect with us so we can reroute you. We can re-guide your steps to exactly where it is you're supposed to go, because we have something better for your life than you even expected. Now, guys, let's keep going. Spirit, what other message do you have for these beautiful people today? Whoa. Okay. Now, this is a two-part message. This will not resonate with everybody, Spirit said, but there will be a group of you guys who get this. Spirit is saying there are some of you guys that give so much of yourself, and I literally mean that. Like, it's like you are there for everybody else. You'll answer that call. You'll give them that ride. You'll lend that money. You'll be that crying shoulder. You'll be that person that pours into everybody, and then nobody pours into you. And so Spirit is saying right now, I need you to check your boundaries. I need you to ask yourself, why am I pouring so much into people or circumstances that's not pouring into me? And Spirit is saying this isn't just people. This could be a job. This could be a feeling. This could be something that you're just stagnant on. In the beginning of the video, I told you guys when I shared my truth, I felt so free. What is holding you back from feeling that freedom? What is holding you back from pouring into yourself the way that you've been pouring into others? What is holding you back from being just as worthy of the support, the love, the acceptance that you give others? Why don't you give that to yourself? Why don't you allow that for yourself? That is a message that's coming through for some of you guys very intensely. Ask yourself, why do I keep giving so much when I don't receive the same in return? A lot of you guys are going to be making big shifts, and I can see it right now in your careers. It's time to change. If you're not happy with your job, it's time to either make your own or move on. A lot of you guys are realizing in your love life that maybe you've been doing all the work. And maybe you want someone to do that for you. You want the love, you want the energy, you want the support that you give that person so freely back. There's some of you guys who are going to be making big life changes. And so this takes us back to the original message. You need to know Spirit has something way bigger for you than you have for yourself. Let's keep going, guys, and see what else Spirit is saying. Now, Divine Spirit, Mother, Father, what else is the message that you have for these beautiful people today? Oh, whoa, okay. So this message is about self-sabotage. Now, the portion that I just mentioned, again, not all of you guys are going to resonate, but there's I'd say at least 85% of those who watch this video will feel that in some type of way. But Spirit is making reference to you running on that wheel again. And they're saying that are you the person that's cutting off your progress? Are you the person, and I don't mean to be graphic, but are you the person that's kind of like cutting your foot and not being able to walk? Are you the person that's self-sabotaging? Because baby, you know the answer. You know the feeling, you know the energy. Spirit is telling me right now, you are so gifted and you are not trusting yourself. You know something's not right. You can feel it. It's boiling inside you, and yet you don't know what to do, and you're calling out for direction. God, what do I do? Spirit, what do I do? Where do I go? How? Why? When? Instead of just trusting that everything is going to work out for you, you try to make it work, therefore sabotaging, in essence, what is your destiny. Spirit is saying, stop trying to force things and trust me. Flow with me, depend on me, count on me, because I will show up, I will show out, and I will give you more than you even asked for. Wow. A lot of you guys are feeling weight and pressure and heaviness by things that you are able to control. And so this isn't a slap to you. Spirit is saying, we just need you to be aware. We need you to be aware that you may be one of the reasons for your slowdown. Because baby, you're not down and out. You're not completely off course. You're just slowed down. And so this message is coming today as a reminder to get out of your own way and to really see the areas you've been standing in your way, accept them without guilt, and just choose to do something different. Now, Spirit, is there anything else you'd like to say before I get into the next message? Spirit, what do you want to say to these beautiful, amazing people that have watched this video? There's a few of you guys that feel like you're lost at sea. And it's like, wow, I'm really feeling this on a deep level. There's a group of you guys that feel like you're lost. Like, Whitney, I hear you, but I don't really resonate with the self-sabotage. I just feel like I need direction. I need somebody to light my fire. I need to know where I'm going. I need to know that what I've been pouring my energy into is actually something that is worthy. Whitney, what do I do? Because right now I'm feeling like I'm alone in the ocean and I have nowhere to go. And I want to follow the star, but I don't know what it's saying because I can't hear it because I'm so distracted and I'm so upset and I'm overwhelmed and I don't have the balance because I'm over here doing this and then I got to do that. And so Whitney, just help me, give me the answer that I need. And so Spirit is seeing that. They're acknowledging that there is a feeling of people right now. And I'm seeing the separation of the group, right? The one thing that we all have in common is we're on our way to a goal. We want something. We want to feel a certain way, have a certain thing, be and do something. But yet there's some of us, there's a group of us that are self-sabotaging, and there's a group of us who don't know what's really going on because we feel foggy and bogged down. And so Spirit is telling me this next thing that I'm about to say or channel is exactly where they're going to leave us, and then I'm going to hop back on camera, guys, okay? So Spirit, what is this final message that you have for these beautiful people right now? Wow. Okay. So the final message that Spirit has is they're saying, they literally, it's as if I'm seeing all of us on an operating table. And you guys know that game Operation where when we were younger, you used to play it and it would go zee if you hit the side and you didn't pick up the right thing. Spirit is saying there's an operation happening within you right now. And so there may be a feeling of directionlessness. There may be a feeling of being overwhelmed or hopelessness or fear or uncertainty of what's to come. But that is exactly where you're supposed to be right now. But don't hold on to the negative parts of those feelings. We want you to translate those into the positive, abundant, beautiful, trusting feelings that we know you can have, that your source, the ultimate source inside of you, believes in. You know you can have more, which is why you want more. You know your potential, which is why you want to be better than you are. You know you're worth so much more. And so right now there is a repair in your life taking place. Expect drastic changes, but these can be the most beautiful things that you have ever experienced in your life. The one thing that's controlling it is you. Your energy, your perspective, your thoughts, your words, your feelings. Ashe. Alright guys, so I'm back from that channel and woo, cheers. Let's sip our water for that. It was beautiful. And it's really interesting because before I even made this video, I had like a few, what do they call it? Like bloopers. And I initially wanted to do a pick a card. So a pile for those who felt like, oh, I'm flowing through Mercury retrograde right now. And, you know, Whitney, I don't really have any concerns, but I do just want a message. And then for the next pile for those who are struggling. And I believe that I'm actually going to keep that. So guys, after what we talk about right now, check out the timestamps because pile 1 is going to be for those who are struggling right now, okay? So if you're going through something where you need guidance, you need answers, you need to hear spirit and feel spirit because you don't know what is going on, pile 1. Pile 2 is for those who are flowing and who are saying, you know what, spirit, I feel like I'm in a good space, but I still am open to your message, to the divine message that's coming through. That's for pile 2. Now, before we get into pile 2, y'all, there's a reason that there's this imbalance with this group of people, right? So we have the total lunar eclipse coming on the 16th, aka the full moon, a blood moon. So full moons are already so intense, right? But it makes it even more intense because this moon is going to be in Scorpio, 25 degrees of Scorpio. So not only do we have a full moon in Scorpio, so things are going to be brought to the surface, the secrets, exposure, anything that anybody has been hiding, including yourself, everything's going to bubble on up and you're going to feel it and it's going to be hit in your face. And not only that, it's going to be like double time because we have the eclipse, which is a game changer. You know, all the way from ancient history, our ancestors were kind of fearful. I don't want to use fearful, but they were hyper aware of the fact that things would not be the same after an eclipse cycle. And guys, we are in a Taurus Scorpio eclipse, which is all about boundaries, how you see yourself, how you're loving yourself, how you're accepting yourself, how you're showing up for you and other people. It goes deep. So guys, you are feeling the energy of things starting to bubble to the surface. And I want you guys to know there's nothing wrong with you. Okay, we're all collectively in this together, as above so below, which is why we love astrology, because the cosmos are our map to what is going on. And when you know how to work with the planets and when you know what's going on in the planets, you can really shift yourself to align accordingly. Okay, and so I just wanted you guys to know with that statement, you're not alone. You are feeling the pressure of everything going on. We have Mercury retrograde in its sign of Gemini, which, whoa, right? And then we have this eclipse energy boiling. Guys, we got a lot of stuff going on. Now, I do want to say, and I really want to bring it to your attention again. What are you holding on to that you need to release? Right? What are you holding on to that you need to release? Spirit, let's get into this message for the people today. What do you want to say to them? And guys, this isn't the pile. Oh man, y'all. First card that pops through, the 7 of Swords. And so if you're not the one deceiving yourself, who is deceiving you? The clear message that I'm having right now, and it's so funny because it matches with the channel message God just gave. There's some of you guys that are surrounded by people or in situations that are not serving your highest and greatest good. And the thing is, I don't think you even know. I don't even think you have a clue. And then there's another group of you guys that may be doing this to yourself, and I don't think you know. I think you may have an idea that you could be contributing, or something could be contributing to this downfall, but you don't really know exactly what it is. Now let's keep going. Spirit, show me more. Let's see, y'all. Let's see. Okay, Ace of Cups reverse. Nine of Swords reverse. The King of Wands. That's right. That's right. All right, guys. So the Ace of Cups reverse, the Nine of Swords reversed, and the King of Wands upright. Mind you, we still had the Seven of Swords. Y'all, if you're feeling like an empty vessel right now, if you're feeling like it's just one thing after another, Spirit is telling you to remember who the F you are. Get back on that throne. Stand tall in your convictions. Stand tall in your boundaries. You teach people how to treat you. How do I say this? It's not only you teaching people how to treat you, but it's you keep showing up to things that may not resonate with you. Who are you now? It's really important for you to ask this question. Who am I now? What do I want versus what is in front of me? Because I can see that there's something in front of you that's not enough. I can see that there's something that has been weighing on your mind like crazy. I can see that you're not as happy as you used to be, and I can see that you want to be. I can see that you're ready to be. I can see that you're ready to make changes. I can see that you want this fresh start. I can see that you know that you are powerful, but you just have to find that power. I can see all of this desire, aka the rat wheel, the wheel that you have been going on. Sorry guys, my mouth is dry. This rat wheel that you've been going on, it's like you know there's something more, you know there's something better, you know what you want, but yet for some reason you haven't got it yet. And so with that, I just want to leave you with, you always know your heart's truest desires. You know what you feel, and the way to keep manifesting the life you want to live and move forward the way that you want to move forward, you have to trust yourself. You have to trust your feeling. If something is off, then it's off for a reason. A lot of you guys are so gifted. You guys are so divinely in tune, and you guys are really psychic and have this ability to know and to feel, but you don't trust it. And so Spirit is saying, if you have this idea and it makes you encouraged and it makes you feel alive and it makes you get out of your seat and just go, do it. No matter how afraid you are. Like I did with my video when I shared my truth. I was so afraid. But I did it and I felt amazing. Maybe it's time for you to talk to your partner about what it is you do expect, and know and be so hyper aware of what your needs are that if this person isn't willing to give you what you need, you are strong enough and in love with yourself enough to say, I'm going to choose me and walk away, because I know there's going to be somebody that pours into me the way that I pour into them. This is that time when you know you've stayed at your job past an expiration date and you're like, you've had this idea, you have a special unique gift and ability. It might not be psychic work, you might create art, you might be an athlete, you might be a comedian, and you're ready to share your talents with the world, but you're afraid because it doesn't financially make sense, and it doesn't have to. Spirit is saying, trust what you're feeling and run towards it, whatever it is. But don't be distracted though. It's very important to be in tune with what's real and what's fake. Mercury retrograde will have you thinking a whole lot of stuff that's not true. And so Spirit is saying, be in tune with yourself, slow down, connect with me, and I will give you those answers. I will show you exactly where you need to go. You're not going crazy. You are worthy of what it is that you want. You can get to the next chapter, but I need you to listen to me so I can give you the workbook. I can give you the tools. I can give you the outline of how to get it done. I want you guys to know that there are big things coming, but you can do this. You can literally manipulate in a good way the energy that shapes your whole life. And it doesn't have to be from hard work. It doesn't have to be from pain. It doesn't have to be from beating the pavement and what all society, at least in America, has told us to do. It all starts internally. Trusting how you feel and allowing it to guide you into a better place. Now let's get into these pick a card, okay? So again, pile one. For those of you guys who are feeling off, for those of you who are feeling like, wait, I don't know what the F is going on, sis, and I need guidance. I need you to tell me something about something. Pile one. Pile two is for those who are flowing. Those who feel like, yeah, wait, I'm here, Mercury retrograde, but I'm good. I just am open to the message that Spirit has for me. If you're flowing, that's pile two. Struggles, pile one. And I just want to let you guys know, you can struggle and you're still worthy. You can fall and you are still worthy. You cannot know and you are still worthy. You can make a mistake and you're still worthy. All right? I love you guys. Now, if you guys do want to book a one-on-one reading, feel free to visit my website. Guys, there are so many scammers on Instagram, social media. I will never message you for a reading. I will never message you to solicit my services. The only way to book with me is on my website, and all that information is down below. Now, let's get into this pick a card. Again, pile one, for those who need some assistance, those who may be struggling. Pile two, for those who feel good, who are flowing, but still want a word. All right, let's get into this. Hey guys, this is for pile one, and this is for those who might be struggling and just feel like, wait, I need some guidance, I need some support. So we got the Palo Santo right here. We're just gonna bring in the good juju, okay? We're gonna bring in the good energy. And I really want the divine to guide this message and lead us where they feel like we should go. And the best way I want to start with that is with the oracle cards. So I got the oracle cards. And today we're working from the deck, the Shamans Dream. I really resonate with these cards a lot. And so, Divine Spirit, Mother, Father, we are here today with the beautiful people who feel, you know, we want to give strength to strugglers. And so, Spirit, what is the message that you have for those who are watching this video right now, who are struggling and need extra support and extra love? What do you want to say? What is the energy you want to talk about? Covenant, sacred contract. It's interesting because as soon as I look at this, and it's, you know, wow, it goes so deep. And that's why I love the cards in the sense of them being tools, because the symbolism, right here, it's a sacred contract, and it looks old, but there's nothing on that contract. As soon as I see this, Spirit wants me to remind you that you're here for a reason. Your life is not purposeless. You were not brought into this world to merely breathe. You were here to fulfill a contract, and this contract isn't pain. This contract isn't trauma. This contract isn't poverty. This contract is abundance. It's love. It's support. It's new chapters. It's new opportunities. It's everything good. But somewhere along the line, it may have felt like your contract was void, or that you weren't receiving what it is that you want, and now it made you question why you're even here. Why are things happening? How did you get to this place? There's a lot here with that. Now let's go on. Now, Spirit, you're mentioning a contract. What else do you want to say to these beautiful people today, Spirit, for pile one? For those who are struggling, Spirit, we want to give strength to the strugglers. What do you have to say to them? Let's see, guys. And I know you guys can't see the cards right now, so I'll hold them up as we go along. Ace of Pentacles, 4 reverse, 5 of Wands, 10 of Cups, 6 of Swords, Page of Wands, 8 of Pentacles reverse, 3 of Pentacles. Wow. Wow. Spirit, clarify the last card. This is exactly what I thought. This is exactly what I thought. I want to take it back to the contract really quick, right? The reason I truly believe, and from what I'm gathering from Spirit, they wanted to talk about the contract because, guys, again, you were not brought here by chance. You were brought here because you were loved. You were so divinely created. Every ounce of you is so magical and so divine. Look at it, down from your hair follicles to your eyebrows, to your nails, to your skin, to you breathing. Everything in your essence is magic. And sometimes it's hard to remember that, especially when it is that we know what we want. When we're like, okay, Whitney, if I'm magical, if I'm this person, if I'm this being, how come when I want something, it doesn't come that easy? How come when I try to manifest something, I have to fight so hard? How come when I try to show up, people don't recognize, they don't support, they don't feel me the way that I feel them? Why is it that when I want something, it's still not enough? I'm still trying to find my enough. I'm still trying to feel, connected. I'm still trying to feel and understand my place in the world, because oftentimes I feel alone, and even the people that are supposed to be close to me really don't see me for me, and they don't really know what I'm going through, and I don't know how to tell people what I'm going through, because I'm supposed to be everyone's rock. I'm supposed to be this person. I'm supposed to be and have and do and have it all figured out, but really I'm struggling. And so, Whitney, you're right. I do need strength because I am a struggler, but I need to know, where's the strength coming from? And Spirit wants you to know that, one, your dream, your goal, your intention, what it is that you want ultimately for your soul in the long run, has not been overlooked. It might have felt like it though. It might have really felt like it, because a lot of times, and I feel like this is manifesting for you guys in a variety of ways. It might be not enough resources, not enough stability. Every time you think you're where you want to be, some SHIT happens and you're like, I'm not. It just, every time you think you figured it out, you have to fight again. Every time you think you can breathe, something else changes and happens. Every time you think that you've made it, another shift happens and you realize, I gotta dig deeper, I gotta do more, I gotta show up in a different way. And it's exhausting. It's exhausting. And Spirit wants you to know that even in your exhaustion, you're worthy. Even in this place of indifference, you are still being seen, you are still being loved, you are still being watched and instructed and poured into by the universe. Sometimes you guys feel so alone that you don't even realize the support around you. You don't even realize that you are being called. You don't even realize that you were created in divine connection. You don't even realize that you were never alone. Ultimately, you were always all you ever needed. I believe right now, for Pile 1 today, you guys just need encouragement. You guys just need a reminder. I don't even think you really just need instruction. You just need to know that everything is going to be okay. Everything is working out. And that the struggles that you have been going through, that they're not in vain. You want to know that, Whitney, if I choose to move forward, if I choose to move on from this thing that has been comfortable, that has been familiar, that I'll be okay. A lot of you guys are still in relationships with people that have been expired, but because it's so comfortable, you're there, and you just want to know that, Whitney, if I do move on, will I have love again? Will it happen? Can I have a child? Will I have a family? Will I get married? Is this in my cards? Because ultimately, I really don't want to be alone. I'm afraid of being alone. I saw what it did to my mother. I saw what it did to my friends. I know how it feels to not have anybody. And for once, I just want somebody. And so I don't want to walk away, but I know I need to. And so, Whitney, if I do, am I safe? The answer is yes. The answer, it was long overdue, baby. There's some of you guys who are like, I see it, I want it, and so I'm gonna have it. And so you work and you work and you push and you push, and you lack sleep and you lack balance and you lack boundaries. And so you just keep going and going and going and going until one day it just all shows up, which is where you may be right now. And it all's bubbling to the surface. And you're like, how is it that I work so hard, but yet I get nothing done? I do not have what it is I'm working so hard for. Whitney, I need to know that all this energy I'm putting out is okay. And Spirit is saying, yes, it's going to be okay, but you're not doing it right. You're not fighting for a thing. You need to be fighting for a feeling. There's some of you guys that are holding so tight onto resources because you're worried that you may not have enough. You have that poverty mindset. You were always told, save, 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 don't spend. And so you're holding on to everything, but really you need a mental vacation. You need a vacation, and yet you're afraid to take it because if I spend here, I won't have enough. And so you clench and you hold on and you become so stiff and you become untrusting that the universe can provide for you beyond your current situation. There's some of you guys have been on this road for so long where you feel so alone and you're like, Whitney, when is this going to end? I just want to breathe. Tell me it's going to be okay. And Spirit is saying it is going to be okay. First, you have to realize that you are in divine co-creation with the universe. You have to understand that you were never, ever just some number. Even look at the numerology 7, the divine on the contract. You were never just brought here. You were chosen. But this contract that is being lived is being written through you. You have to understand, my love, that every time you feel like you're alone, every time you feel like there's not enough, every time you feel like you gotta keep fighting, every time you feel like you're not seen, every time you feel afraid, you are writing your contract, and that contract becomes your reality. It becomes your manifestations. And so because you're afraid of walking away and you hold on to that relationship tighter, all of a sudden more issues in the relationship start to happen. Because you're not being seen and being poured into, and so you do something extra or out of your truth and try to blend with the norm or the trend, it only makes you feel less authentic, which is making you question yourself. And then this imposter syndrome comes in, and you start to ask yourself, who even am I? Because you were trying to keep up with something and someone who, for those of you that feel like you're fighting, like all my life I had to fight, so all I know is working. All I know is hustle. All I know is not sleeping and getting to work and grinding and being tough and strong. You don't gotta be tough and strong. You're writing this contract. And so the more you give into these feelings, the more you're feeling this feeling, the more you're going to have to keep fighting, the more you're going to have to keep hitting that pavement, the more you're going to keep losing sleep, because there's something inside of you that doesn't believe that it could be different than what it has been, because this is all it has been. And so it's been so familiar. And Spirit is saying, we need you to rewrite your contract. We need you to understand that you were brought here with us in agreement to have fun, to live your life, to celebrate, to be celebrated. You were never meant to be tolerated. You were always meant to be celebrated. But yet somewhere along the lines, you didn't know that. But Spirit is telling you right here today through this message, I see you. I always knew you were worthy. I created you. And at this point, I need you to get back to work and remember who you are, so we can start manifesting again, so we can reignite your fire again, so we can bring you to life again. Because you know what it is that you want. You know what it is that you want to feel. You know where you want to go. And so in order to have this, we need you to know this. We need you to know that you're already protected. You're already in the right circle. You have us. And then once you know that you're in the right circle and that you have a support team, in order to get this, now you got to work. Now you got to show people who you are, not who they want you to be. You got to stand up for you, because baby, let me tell you, that fight that you're fighting, there's a really good chance you wouldn't have to fight it if you were standing up in your truth. If you really sat with yourself and said, hey, Tasha, hey, Jack, hey, Brittany, who am I right now? And trust that that person inside of you, your divine, is telling you exactly where you need to go. Don't be afraid. It may not make sense, but you have to trust it. For those who need to walk away from a relationship, you have to understand that you need to rewrite everything. Guys, there's so many of you who are struggling right now But you need to know that at any moment you can change this contract. There is going to have to be a level of consistency. There is going to have to be a level of dedication. There has to be a level of self-absorption and awareness that I am enough, I am worthy, I can do this, I can remove myself from X, Y, and Z and be in a better place. The grass is greener and will be greener and more abundant and more flavorful on the other side. You guys just need to know that it's not over yet, and that you're not stuck, and that there is something more. And I'm here to tell you that there is. There is. Spirit, what else do you want to say to them? Overflow, overwhelm, and plenty. What did I just tell you guys? I told you guys, don't limit yourself. I don't care how familiar something is. Get uncomfortable. And then if we look at the numerology, 43, 4 plus 3 equals 7, it takes you back to your contract. Your contract was always supposed to be overflowed. It was always supposed to be abundant. It was always supposed to be fulfilling. It was always supposed to be lovely and lovable. It was always supposed to be that. You were never supposed to lack, but it's somewhere along the line you believed that what you were experiencing was all you could experience, and so you accepted it. Crown games, use of power, right use of power. This is beautiful that this popped up, because I was telling you guys, not me actually, Spirit was telling you guys that you guys need to get to work. When it comes to your contract, you have to understand that everything you need is already inside of you. That's what I'm saying, guys. Do you trust yourself? Do you love yourself? If not, we all struggle. Take a step back and do that shadow work to find out who you really are, because your inner being knows, and your vibration knows, your emotions know. How you're feeling emotionally today is literally a trigger, a manifesting effect of what is coming in the future. You guys got to know that. And so you have to use the power that is for good and not for bad. You have to understand that you cannot give in to distractions. You cannot give in to excuses. You cannot give in to being tolerated. You have to set these boundaries. You have to tell and teach people how to treat you. You got to tell and teach yourself that. You got to keep flexing your control muscle, that self-will muscle, that discipline muscle, knowing that this might not feel good, but it is ultimately good for me. Guys, once you use your power that is in you, your contract will be rewritten. Spirit, what other message do you have for these beautiful people today? What else do they need to hear right now? It's really interesting because Spirit is showing me right now, it's like, I feel like you guys are on a road trip. They're showing me like this road trip, and you have the GPS on, and you're at like this red light, and the light is abnormally long. It's like abnormally long, and you're like, should I run it? I don't want to run it. Or you could take this right turn, and the right turn will just reroute you. And so Spirit is saying what you feel like is a reroute that might be negative, it actually was more beautiful. There was a reason you were stopped. There was a reason the light was red. Maybe you didn't need to go through it. Maybe past that red light there was danger. And so with you being rerouted by taking that right turn, yeah, it might have added a little bit of time to your GPS to get to your destination. But the journey now, the road is different, where if you had stayed straight and went through that light, you might have ran into more traffic. You might have got a flat tire. There might have been a nail in the road, but you took this right and you took a back road, and now you're immersed in nature. You can hear the birds. You can see the bees. You see butterflies. You get a different experience. And Spirit is saying, we want to give you a different experience. And wow, at the bottom of this deck, wailing tree, reconciliations. It's really interesting because I feel like that detour was you finding yourself, finding your truth, standing up, speaking up, being yourself. Wow. Spirit, what's next? Woodwives, adaptability. It's so, see, adaptability. You took that right turn and you adapted to the surroundings. And in that adaptation, it was actually better than you even thought. Your road trip ended up being scenic and beautiful and divine. You had to flow with it. For you guys, Spirit really wants you to know that at any moment, if you're not good, you can choose something better. And if you don't feel like you have it in your strength to do it, call on the divine, who has clearly made it known that they are in cahoots, they are in connection, they are here to support you. Let's pull a final card. Spirit, what is the final message you have for Pile 1? The strength that you want to give to the strugglers. Knight of Swords. That's one hell of a card to finish with. The Knight of Swords is a message of change. It's a message coming in swiftly. And you guys know, like I had told you guys, we have the full moon, the eclipse, blood moon coming up. Everything is boiling to the surface. And so you may receive some information that you did or did not want to hear. Whatever it is, you control the narrative. You have to remember, you write the contract. How do you do it? By using your power. So Spirit is saying there's going to be something that's coming up that's going to give you the opportunity to use your power, to flex your muscle, to show what you're about, to rewrite that contract. If you guys were here looking for a direct message right now, Spirit is saying that I wasn't going to give you all the pieces. I'm not going to show you where the puzzle pieces go. I want you to figure it out because you are more than capable. Spirit says for Pile 1, this was just a reminder of your power. This was a reminder to shake things up. This was a reminder to let go of the dead weight. This was a reminder that you don't have to do what you've been doing to have the results that you want to have. This is a reminder to choose you and to set clear boundaries and to tell people what you want and accept nothing less than what you deserve. This was a reminder that your path is being rerouted, but as it's rerouted, it is being rerouted into something more beautiful and abundant than you could have ever guessed. And so you are not being given the answers because Spirit wants you to understand you are the answer. You are the contract holder. You are the covenant. You are the creator of your creation. And so you do not need your hand held. You just need to be reminded who you are. And so this for Pile 1 is like a mirror being held to your face, asking you, who are you? Who do you want to be? Who have you been? How can you change that? I hope that helped you guys. Call in your power. You are so worthy and you're so enough. If you guys feel like you need a little bit more and you want to go one-on-one with me, feel free to book a reading, aka your experience, and that information is down below. Now let's get into Pile 2. Alright, Pile 2, I got the Palo Santo lit, and it smells amazing, by the way. We have real, authentic, straight from ethically sourced trees, but we have these available on the website if you'd like some. But Pile 2, you guys are the ones that feel like you're flowing right now. Like you're aware of Mercury retrograde, you're aware of the eclipse, but yet you feel good. And so you're just here for encouragement, you're here for the message. And so as a way to start, I want to start off with an oracle card, believing that that's where Spirit will begin the message. So now, Divine Spirit, Mother, Father, we have the flowers right now. You know, we gave strength to the strugglers, but now we have those who are flowing and who want to receive the message of what they need to hear right now. So Spirit, where would you like to start with this beautiful group? Let's see. Horned cactus, resourcefulness. Huh, interesting. Horned cactus, resourcefulness. What have y'all been up to? What have y'all been up to? Let's see. Immediately when I feel that, the message that's coming through from Spirit is that I really believe there's going to be an opportunity that comes up in your life where either you're being presented resources or an opportunity that you've been waiting for. Feels like something is coming. Let's see. Now, Divine Spirit, what message do you have for Pile 2, those who are flowing right now? What do you want to say to them? And now, guys, I know you can't see the cards just by the way the video is today, but I'll hold them up for you. No worries. So let's see. Wow. This is interesting. So obviously you guys have been flowing 100%. Now, I do want to let you know though, and this isn't to scare you guys, but I do want you to know that if you've been flowing, Spirit is saying that there is going to be some type of disruption that comes about. Especially just because the Knight of Cups is here reversed. I do want to tell you though, this disruption doesn't feel necessarily negative. It just feels like you're going to be hyper aware of something that you don't necessarily want to feel. I feel like there's going to be an emotional situation that comes up that causes you to pivot to where either you regain your power and your momentum, or you amplify your power and momentum, or you just see what is for you and what's not, and you start making those necessary changes. But do know, this kind of flowing energy you're experiencing right now, there will be some type of disruption, but even in the disruption, you have to know that everything is still working out for its highest and greatest good. You have to know that everything you have been working on is secure, it's grounded, it is stable. You don't have to worry about anything breaking apart. It's more, I really believe that this message for you, Spirit is literally telling me right now, they want to let you know something is going to be brought to your attention that requires you to make a decision. And in this decision making process, you really just have to trust yourself, because it may not make sense. It very well may be confusing, which is in alignment with Mercury retrograde. But when this decision comes, it's really actually divine. This is that opportunity I told you I feel like is being presented to you. It's as if this decision is the testing ground for you. It's like, all right, you've been saying your affirmations, you've been setting your intentions, you've been flowing in spirit. Let's see if this is really what you say you're about. Let's put you to the test. And once you pass this test, it will open up all the opportunities that you've been waiting for. And so that's the beauty of these messages. It gives you kind of like a warning of what's to come. And so now you guys can be hyper aware, like, oh, Whitney told me something was going to come and kind of shift me emotionally, and this is just my test. And stand in that, stand in your test, because it is literally giving you this new life. I'm telling you, Pile 2, from what I'm seeing, you guys are on the verge of manifesting something really, really big. However, you guys are also caught in the crossfire of all of the astrological and energetic energy that's just flowing around us, right? Like, we have this eclipse, we have retrograde. It's like you have these big, beautiful ideas, and then something comes in, and it's like, oh no, what am I doing? I thought I was flowing, and Spirit is like, you're still flowing, but we just got to know that you are equipped for this position. They're telling me to give you an example of an interview. When you go on an interview, you're not going to get the job of a CEO if you're not qualified, right? You usually have to go to school or get a degree. But when it comes to spirituality, you usually have to pass certain tests. You have to be able to be a vibrational match to what it is that you want, of what you want. And so Spirit is saying, we're going to test you to make sure it is that you are who you say you are. But know that this test is going to change your life. You are ready. You can do it, but it will change your life for the better. I really see something major happening for you guys. Just do not be caught up in the distractions. So for Pile 2, your biggest message is things are happening. Things are moving according to your will and your plan. However, when this slowdown occurs because of things that you can't control, you just got to remember who you are and hold on. You got to remember who you are and just hang tight and let spirit pour into you. That's the beauty of the retrograde. Retrograde isn't a time to push, to launch, to show people what you got. It's a time to be. And I feel like in this period of time for you guys, there are so many spiritual downloads that are flowing in that are giving you the answers to the questions that you have. Because even though you may not be struggling, you know, you're still a person who wants results. You're still a person who has goals and things that they want to manifest and accomplish and feel successful in their own right. And so you just want to know that it's happening. And so Spirit is saying it is 100% happening for you. We're going to give you a new life. We're going to give you a new foundation. We're going to give you new security. And it's going to come from you flowing. It's going to come from you trusting. It's going to come from you connecting. And in that connection, we're going to give you all the energy, all the momentum you need to succeed. So guys, I want you to know for pile 2, and I feel like this was quick and easy for you, but whatever your plans were, know that something bigger and better is coming, truly. And so if there is something that feels like a detour or a setback or a slowdown, know that that is false news. That is fake news. It's an illusion. Don't give into it. A tidy house, clarity and organization. That's perfect timing. And it's the one. Number 1 is about the self, the I am. Again, Spirit is telling you right now, there's going to be something that's coming up that kind of like shakes and rocks you, which is right on time with the eclipse. But if you keep your clarity, if you keep a reminder of who you are, if you stay focused, if you stay in vibrational alignment, because if you guys are here, you guys know that success doesn't come from necessarily working so hard. It comes from being that energy. And so as long as you can keep your clarity and your mind organized and right and focused, there's nothing that will detour you right now. Number 30, the Horseman, the Herald of Change. And see, what's beautiful about this card and this whole reading with pile 2 is that Spirit is giving you clear indication something's on its way. Something may come and distract you for sure, 100%. But whatever it is, it really worked in your benefit. It was like the stone that was thrown at you. You took it, you crafted it, and you made it your stepping stone. You allowed what was supposed to break you down. Excuse me, you didn't allow, but you took what was supposed to break you down and you made it and you rebuilt it into something that lifted you up. Man. Let's see. Man. And so, yeah, this is so good. Getting back to integrity. And it's really interesting because I feel like, and the first part of the message was all about don't limit yourself by having, you know, it's okay to have your goals, but don't limit yourself. Understand that Spirit was going to pour more into you. And I feel like they're speaking directly to you guys. This is so amazing. Let's close with one card, God. What is the message? What is the last card, Spirit, you want me to share with these beautiful people? Okay, so we have 2. Wow, very interesting. We have the King of Wands upright and we have the Page of Wands reversed. This is a clear confirmation of everything Spirit just said. And even if it hasn't happened yet, it will. There's gonna be something that comes in and tries to cause a distraction. It may be a delay. It might be an entity that, you know, is, or a person. It could be legal. There's something that's gonna come up, right? That's gonna shake you a little bit. When it does, don't lose your momentum. Don't forget who you are. If you can stay grounded, if you can stay rooted, if you can stay focused and have that clarity that Spirit was talking about, I'm telling you that this change that's jumping into your life will be one of the best things that has ever happened to you. And I can tell you right now, and I don't like to make promises, but I feel this very intensely. Spirit is saying that if you commit and you pass this test, the reward is going to be something that you could not even expect. And they're really promising that to you, because the thing is, you've done the work. And I'm not just talking about, external, I'm talking about internal. You've really been dealing with yourself. You've been healing. You've been praying. You've been affirming. You've been setting intentions. You've been doing your magic and manifestation. You have been pouring into you. And so Spirit is acknowledging that and saying, keep doing that. Prove to us that you have done that and that you are what you say you are in the face of adversity. And if you can withstand whatever comes your way, we will make you unstoppable. How beautiful is that? Right on time for an eclipse too. So, wow, wow, wow. Pile 2, this is amazing. If this thing does come up, not if, when this thing comes up that tries to shake you or test you, if you feel like you need assistance and you would like a one-on-one reading, feel free to book your reading with me online. It's called The Experience. If you guys just want to know when to launch, when to push products, when your abundance is flowing in, because it will be flowing in, and you wanted to talk to me one-on-one, book that experience. The link is down below. I love you guys. This was beautiful, very encouraging. Don't be discouraged by what's to come, and don't be afraid. That's not a feeling Spirit wants you to digest. They want you to be excited and ready to show exactly what you're made of. I love you guys so much. All right, guys. So I just finished the both piles, and I would say that was beautiful. For pile 1, those who are struggling, I feel like you got the strength and the information that you needed. For pile 2, that was awesome. Get ready to show exactly what you're made of. I love you guys so, so, so much. I'm super excited to finally launch my online academy. I'm obviously not doing it during retrograde, but it will be available at this moment in June. So this will give you the opportunity to really dig into your spiritual gifts and abilities. Like I was telling you guys are all so gifted. We are all waking up to a higher level of being. And if you're watching this video, that is proof right there that you are ascending and that there is something more for your life. And so if you want to take your gifts and if you want to learn more about magic and manifestation, we have various courses coming up. So it's not just one, but there will be a few classes you can take that really help you connect to your higher self. And in the meantime, you guys can find on my website all things magical, all things manifestation, and we have some new goodies coming up as well. So we're not just launching a class, we are launching a lot of stuff. You'll see that stuff coming later in June, but for the meantime, online you can get all the things that you need for your manifesting needs. All the tools are there, and if you would like to book your one-on-one, that is The Experience. That link is below. Also, guys, moon magic. Every full and new moon, we come together to manifest change. This moon is the full moon in Scorpio, 25 degrees / blood / solar eclipse. Basically, all I'm going to say is that this community ritual is all about protection. And it's not just protection right now, it's protection for everything that you're going to walk into. I want you to protect your money, protect your love life, protect your mental, emotional, physical health. We're going to cover protection across the board because this moon is nothing to play with. So if you want to join that, it's only 11/11 every month until God says otherwise. And you can find that link down below as well. I love you guys so much. This was a vibe. I hope it helped. In the meantime, if you're not subscribed, please subscribe. If you haven't liked, please like. Drop a comment. Let me know your sign. Let me know where you're from. Let me know what type of videos you want to see. Let me know if this resonated. I love you guys so much. And I'll see you next time. Bye.